Hi everybody, welcome to Northside Lexus. I think that Eric is going to join us remotely. He's actually off-site today at a training, learning more new and exciting things to share with you. But I am here at the dealership and I am going to talk to you today about the traffic and weather information that is available on most Lexus vehicles. So I want you to be aware that depending on the year of your vehicle, you might have traffic and weather capabilities, but they might be provided by satellite radio. Oh, we've got Eric is watching. Hello, Eric. Join us if you can. So I'm sitting in a 2018 NX, and the traffic and weather information on this vehicle is provided by HD radio, so it does not require a subscription. If you have a vehicle that uses satellite or Sirius XM for the signal for traffic and weather, then you can go ahead and subscribe and you can reach out to Sirius XM and then you can have those features turned on your vehicle. It would require you giving them your radio ID to update the signal. And if you need help finding that, it's just on channel 000 on your vehicles that use satellite radio. But what we're looking at today is a vehicle that uses digital radio or HD radio without a subscription. So Eric, you're asking me to invite you. I'm not sure how to do that. So let me know. I'm happy to have you join me. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Now, of course, it is hurricane season here. And it's Houston. So because it's Houston, we're always worried about weather and traffic, but in hurricane season, we're kind of more worried about weather and traffic. It's the reality of it. So what we want to do is be aware about how to pull up that information, how to check and make sure that the reported time is accurate, and then I want you to be able to know how to do a possible refresh on the signal. Now with digital broadcasting, hi Jason, thanks for watching. Ava, yay. With the digital broadcast on the HD version, there's not a lot that you can do to force a new signal to come through. With the satellite version, you can go on to the SiriusXM app and you can request a refresh and put in your radio ID. So I want to show you a workaround that is available for HD radio versions. So let's take a look. So the first thing that we're going to see is that we've got traffic information right on our map screen. So what you're looking at is the symbols. They're the green, yellow, and red. Red is not good, right? Green, it's moving. Yellow, it's slow. Red, it's going to be bumper to bumper. I'm not sure if you can see as my cursor is just highlighting that section with the arrowhead. But the arrowhead is indicating the flow of traffic, so the direction for that side of the freeway, and in this case, the freeway and the feeder road. And if you zoom in, you can see additional detail. Now, if you want more of an overview, we can zoom out. So I can see that on Cypress Creek Parkway, there's some yellow going on. So we got a little bit of a slowdown. That makes sense. Lunchtime in Houston, always busy. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for watching. So I'm just going to keep zooming out, and I'm going to get more of an overview of the city. Now, I want to point some other things out. This is a reported incident, and keep in mind this shows up in a very similar way whether you're using a vehicle that has HD or if you have a vehicle that has satellite supported systems. You're going to see these icons, and if you click on the icon
at Louder Road, accidents,
it's going to give you more information. So that is an accident that's being reported. And if we click on this icon up at the top that has the exclamation mark.
eastbound I-610 at Durham Drive, exit 15, disabled vehicle.
Oh goodness, look at all of these. These are all reported incidents.
Westbound I-10 at Heights Boulevard, Stuttmont Street, disabled vehicle.
Oh goodness. Okay, so this is a great way to get a general overview of what's going on in the city, possibly make a different choice about your route, especially when you see things like this little stretch that's all red. Are you all able to see that? Let me see if I can get you better. It might not be color correct on here. It might look a little bit dark red, but it is typically a bright red section. And it's even showing another icon.
Eastbound I-610 at Post Oak Boulevard, exit 9, exit closed.
Okay, so you'll start to get familiar with what those icons represent, and then I'm just going to zoom out. At a certain point, it's not going to be able to broadcast that signal because we're out too far. So we just want to bring that zoom back in a little bit so we could get more information and more detail about traffic. And again, this is going to be the same whether you have a vehicle that has HD traffic and weather or a vehicle with satellite subscribed traffic and weather. The main difference is if you're on a vehicle or in a vehicle that does require satellite, you do have to subscribe. So you would want to reach out to SiriusXM to make that happen. Now, if you wanted to review a traffic list, you have that capability on some of our cars. So you would come down, whichever vehicle you're in, you would push your menu button, and you can even do traffic and weather in some of the non-navigation cars, the vehicles that have something called display audio. It allows you through the main menu to click on information, and then you would have a traffic incidents list. And it is literally based on the road that you're currently on, events nearby. There's a predictive traffic map. What predictive traffic does is it lets you see potentially into the future of what is this traffic going to be like in this area by increments of 15 minutes. So it doesn't look like where I am it's going to change very much in the next 45 minutes, but come back here later today and that whole thing is going to be bright red. Now, if you are checking the list, if we click on events on current road, it will just show whatever is close by near my vehicle. And this is going to be true again on satellite subscription versions as well as HD radio. Now, I did mention weather. So we were talking about traffic and weather today. When you go into menu and you go back to info, so that's what we just did before. We pushed the menu button, went to our information menu, and this time we're selecting weather. The weather on these digital systems, so the HD broadcast, is coming from the Weather Channel. And you can see the current weather based on your location. You can also see a 3-day forecast. With your 3-day forecast, it allows you to select the day and then get more information about that particular day. And yes, people, it is hot here. Goodness gracious. It feels like 104 on Wednesday. Feels like about 110 right now. Is it hot where you all are? Wherever you're watching from, are you hot? What's going on? Now we can also look at a 6 to 12 hour breakdown. So what's it going to be like in 6 hours? What's it going to be like in 12 hours? We can check a particular location that's been looked for previously. So what were we looking for in Houston? We wanted to know, is it different than it is in the Woodlands? If I'm driving into Houston, is there anything I need to know? We can also look up different cities, whether it's a local city or if it's a national city. My favorite is the weather map. So take a look at this. So here we are, we're in Houston. Things are looking good. I could even zoom out a little bit, and I might want to, because look at what is going on over here. Oh my goodness, there is some rain coming at us. So when you are in an area that is having a pretty major rain event or snow, ice, if there's a pretty major weather event, you are going to get a severe weather warning. And it is going to come on through your system. Either it will appear on your map, so it will overlay on your navigation map, or it will have a verbal notification and it will say severe weather nearby. If that's the case, you want to pull up your weather map and you want to see where that weather is. You may want to go back to the forecast and take a look. And take a look at that 6 to 12 hour mark and say, okay, when is this rolling in? How much longer do I have before this rain could potentially start? Now, obviously right now, we're not dealing with rain. We were a few days ago. We also had some very high winds. So that would have been indicated on this screen. Now, one of the things that we have discovered with these severe weather warnings is it's a pretty major broadcast. It goes out everywhere that is in the surrounding area for that particular storm. And then we've noticed, for better or for worse, it doesn't refresh right away. So you might realize that the next day, after it's all over, you're still hearing your vehicle say severe weather nearby or severe weather warning in your area. Some vehicles have the opportunity to turn that verbal warning off. We're happy to help you look up in your owner's manual. They're all available online, but we're happy to help you do that if your vehicle has the capability of turning it off. Not all of them do. So the vehicle that I'm driving, the 2018 NX, I can't turn that off. So I just have to wait and be patient until the HD broadcasters that are sending the signal from the Weather Channel do an update. My car also has to be on for that update to happen. So sometimes there's a little bit of a gap in me picking up the updated information. So remember, in the beginning, I was talking about ways to refresh your signal. So remember, satellite radio, you can do a radio refresh right on the SiriusXM app or on their website. And it's just called a satellite radio refresh, where you put in your radio ID. On a digital or an HD radio, it's a little bit different. So let me show you how to do that. What you're going to do is turn on your radio screen. From your radio, you want to be on FM only because it's easiest. Most of your FM stations will have digital broadcasts available. So there aren't a lot of AM stations, but there are more and more that do. So we want to, on many vehicles, you're going to just see right away where it's going to show HD and you can turn it off or on. On this particular setup, you want to select options on the left-hand side. And then you want to make sure that HD radio AM is turned on and HD radio FM is turned on. If you're having trouble doing an update, you can click to turn them off. Then just give it a moment. You could even potentially turn the car off and back on, and then refresh the connection to HD radio. What I like to then do is I like to make sure that I can grab an HD signal. So I would just go back up to my FM. I can go either to presets or I can just start turning my dial. So I happen to know a lot of the HD stations that are in our area. If you're in a different area and you need help finding a station, make sure to let us know and we're happy to do that. I want to see it grab that HD. So where it says Coda HD1 and then it lights up in orange with the multicasting channels that are available. I know we've talked about HD before, so if you need to review HD radio, please make sure to check out our other videos. But I want to make sure it's grabbed that HD signal. Once I know it has, I want to push my map button, make sure that my traffic information is appearing, and it is. Then I can go back to menu, come to info, and come to weather. The weather information loads last. It takes the strongest signal for the weather to come through. once you know that the weather is coming through, you should have the most current signal available. If you are still getting the severe weather warning, don't worry, it will clear. But just know that you don't have the capability of clearing it because it's based on whatever they are broadcasting. So we just need to be able to grab that new signal once they release it. All right, I hope this has answered a lot of questions for you about traffic and weather information on your Lexus. If you have any questions about using these features or any of the other features on your Lexus vehicle, make sure to let us know. We would love to hear what you would like to learn on a Tech Tip Tuesday on Facebook Live. And always remember, you can call us or come and see us. We schedule appointments for tutorials all the time, and we are happy to put you on our calendar. Thanks so much for visiting us on Facebook today at Northside Lexus. And if you're watching on YouTube, thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Make sure to like us and subscribe. We appreciate all of your support, and we're here to help you. Don't forget, knowledge is power. Thanks for visiting us, Tech Tip Tuesday at Northside Lexus.